Hello, everyone. This is Suzanne at The Gospel Truth. Welcome back. All right, we are in this exciting book, The Master Potter, and Forsaken has now been taken to the potter's house. And this is going to start her training, her getting on the milk of the word to know, prepare her to let go of the past and move toward the future, toward a better life. And we're going to watch that correspondence between them. Well, today's been an exciting day so far. I got up this morning, got up at 9:30. It was really dark in the bedroom, and my husband had gotten up to go to the bathroom, and he didn't come back to bed. And I'm thinking, it must be like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Why didn't he come back to bed? And I looked at the clock, and it was 9:30, and I went, whoa, okay, well, that's why. So I decided to get up too. And I decided to go volunteer for a few hours today at Oakland Hope. That was always enjoyable to spend some time with my daughter. My grandson had to cancel his plans for tonight. But hopefully one day next week we'll make that happen. I know on his weekends he really cherishes his downtime. And I don't like to disturb that too much. That's why Friday night or a day during the week after work, since he's so close to us. So we'll make that happen sometime next week. Ron is out walking Sam. When they get back, he may rush back here to say hi to me. Hopefully he'll stay out of things today. He was so excited when I came home. And it's nice to come home and be welcomed in such a way by the dog and the husband. Like, oh, you've been gone. You're home. Yay. That's why my home is my sanctuary, right? All right, let's get started right again in our story. I know we're all excited to see what happens. The journey to the potter's house is nearly complete, but for Beloved, it could last forever, and she wouldn't mind it a bit. Never has she felt so comforted, so loved, so safe and secure. She catcheth glimpses of gold sparkling through lush foliage and dense wood reflecting the upland sunlight. She sighs as she nestles deeper into the folds of his robe. I imagine heaven's going to be that way. We're never going to want to leave, never even have a desire to come back to our earthly existence. It's going to be so peaceful, so calming, so relaxing. We're going to be so utterly content. Doesn't that sound good? Master Potter approaches a mysterious golden gate with translucent white roses cascading over it. Reaching for the gate, he announces, Beloved, many have looked for the way, but it is hidden. I'm the only one who can take you through this gate. The gate swings wide open as they enter through the wooden gingerbread archways covered with flaxen yellow and pink roses. Lavender and blue lilac bushes emit their intoxicating perfume that hangs like a cloud of incense over the hidden gardens of Master Potter's love. Sweet peas entangled in iris and hollylocks climb over a weathered lattice surrounding an old stone bench. The bench seems to welcome them, inviting intimacy and communion as they sit down in the cool evening twilight. Resting in his love. Beloved, I just want to hold you and enjoy your company. Let's watch the sunset together and cherish the fragrance and colors of my garden. Iridescent hummingbirds dart from flower to flower, seeking the golden nectar of each lovely bloom. The lively mountain birds gather at pools of living water and springs that bubble up from deep underground wells. Beloved is overwhelmed with peace and gratitude. Lord, there's so much here. For the first time, I realize how lost I was. I can imagine when we get to heaven, we're going to realize how exactly lost we were. And it's even going to become clearer to us. All things will be known to us, and that's going to be very powerful. That's a good boy. Did you see Daddy? Yeah, that's a good boy. Master Potter receives her love with great delight. You've only begun to glimpse what I have planned for you. You've only glimpsed the realms of beauty I long to show you. As the bright orange sun drops gently below the horizon, Master Potter lifts Beloved up from the stone bench and into his arms and carries her to their final destination. Night is settling in, and the light from the full harvest moon illuminates the path beneath their feet. Master Potter holds Beloved close, and she rests her head upon his chest as they climb the final incline up the mountain. A blazing pillar of fire. Nearly asleep, Beloved lifts her head to look up in amazement at a blazing pillar of fire swirling over a 2-story stone and log house. As they draw near, the atmosphere becomes alive. Suddenly, Beloved is engulfed in a heavenly mist of radiant glory, saturated with iridescent particles of golden light, wispy, ethereal hues, colors she's never before experienced, dance around her. This heavenly portal, which constantly connects heaven and earth, swirls around the potter's house. Angelic worship waves through the air with harmonious cries of holy, 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 echoing back and forth between the surrounding mountains. Even the rocks cry out as every object pulsates in a symphony of praise. Welcome to my home, Beloved. This mystical house is made of fragrant cedar logs and living stones. Unseen hands open beautifully carved wooden doors, and Master Potter tenderly carries Beloved over the threshold. Her hand brushes across the beautiful paneled walls, releasing the sweet scent of the wood. She looks up to see huge beams of aged cedar and wonders what mysteries they have witnessed in this house. Will Master Potter permit her to hear the tales of sovereignty and nobility the old ones have seen? What glories have these ancient beams witnessed? What transformations and amazing acts of mercy have been disclosed to these old sages of cedar? I wonder that sometimes when I see the pyramids or see some archaeology ruins of cities and wonder, what did you see? What did you experience? Wouldn't that be awesome? What is my destiny? They enter an inviting room with several large windows. Old wooden shelves line the walls, displaying hundreds of different vessels. The sweet aroma of brewing tea, clay, and cedar fill the room. Beloved's eyes are drawn to a large stone-hued fireplace where a blazing fire crackles and dances. On the great mantel are several large, graceful vases, elegant pitchers, and sturdy platters. Looking at all the wonderful and unique clay pots on the potter's shelves, Beloved remembers the beautiful glazed vessels being loaded onto the ship. Pointing around the room, she says in awe, "Look at those colorful pitchers sitting on those top shelves over there, and those delicate wine goblets. That's a huge serving platter. I love this set of mugs. Will I ever be beautiful like they are?" A vision appears to Beloved as Master Potter begins speaking to the little pot about her marvelous destiny. She sees herself as a beautiful pearlized white pitcher with royal blue filigree trimmed in gold. She is ministering to broken vessels, saving others from the potter's field where she came so near to her own destruction. In a still, small voice, Master Potter unfolds her destiny. "Beloved, I have called you to be a lovely pitcher, a prophetic voice to pour out my truth and revelation to thousands of others." Turning slowly around and lighting brass oil lanterns, he settles down into his soft leather chair in front of the fireplace. Master Potter wraps her in the comfort of his arms and begins to softly sing songs of destiny over her. A deep sigh of weariness escapes Beloved as she slips off to sleep and dreams of the beautiful vessel she will become. Still, she wonders how the ugliness and brokenness of her form can ever be repaired. Oh, she's beginning her journey, isn't she? I think we were all at that point before we gave our lives over to Christ. Okay. The Potter's Hands. Unrelenting love. Early the next morning, after a deep and restful sleep, Beloved awakens to see Master Potter gazing lovingly into her sleeping eyes and wonders if she's still dreaming. Her heart leaps with joy when she sees her own image reflected in his soft brown eyes. His love feels as fresh and new as a brand new morning, and Beloved is astonished all over again by his wonderful love for her. Master Potter opens the windows to allow the warm easterly winds to bring the sweet fragrances from his garden into the fireside room. The morning sun reflects off tiny dewdrops that glisten on every delicate, velvety flower petal outside Beloved's window. Rainbow-colored hummingbirds hover over the blossoms, taking their first drink of golden nectar for the day. Master Potter lifts Beloved up and carries her to a long hallway lined with closed doors. I wonder if I'll ever see what's behind them, she muses to herself. Curious, are you? He asked, as the first one swings open wide, revealing the glazing room. A radiant cloud of glory spills out from behind the door. It's so bright that Beloved squints to make out the figures of angels at work painting clay vessels. This glorious vision grips her soul with the beauty and promise of God's handiwork for her own life. As the door closes, gently, Master Potter whispers, Beloved, someday you'll be beautifully adorned, and then you'll go through the straits of the dragon to the land of lost promises. What's behind the other doors, Lord? Can I see? Master Potter chuckles as he hears her thoughts about sneaking a peek into the other doors later that night. Laughing tenderly, he says, No, Beloved, now is not the time. Each door represents a different season in the process of maturity. Trust me to lead you in my perfect timing. You must not go in there before you're ready. You'll see behind all of those doors soon enough. Each door represents a different season in the process of maturity. How many doors have you gone through in your lifetime? And with each door that is open or closed, think back on the experiences you've gained. And each one was a stepping stone to the next level of maturity. And that is so true. I sometimes wish I could just cut people's heads open and pour into their brain all the knowledge that I know of a senior now. It doesn't work that way, does it? You just see them heading down the wrong path or making a decision that you know is going to bring nothing but disaster and pain into their lives. But it's their choice to make. And then you're there waiting for it all to fall apart so that you can help them through it, help them use that as a stepping stone to not make that same choice in the future. I love that. Each door represents a different season in the process of maturity. I still got a lot of maturing to go through. You think when we would get in our, late 60s, 70s, 80s that, boy, we know it all now. We got this figured out, but how pitiful we are. We tend to have little episodes. Nothing super bad, but just maybe a little doubt creeps in. Maybe you let your pain take over, and you don't behave as you should. The Lord understands our heart. In all the examples we have of biblical characters, most of them were not perfect. They loved the Lord, but they still made these stupid mistakes, as humans do. But God looks upon the heart. He called David a man after his own heart. David sent Bathsheba's husband to the forefront of the lines to be killed so he could have the wife. And wow, that's kind of like really bad. But God knew David's heart deep down. And David repented of that. And as a result of that, they lost that baby. Okay. What do you got? Okay, give that to Mama. Good boy. Yeah, see? That's what he does. He grabs little pieces of paper if he finds them on the floor. Oh, I love that dog. Crushed by holy love. Carrying her to the back of the Potter's house, he takes Beloved through large wooden doors which open up into a red brick outer court that's attached to the back of the studio. The area is sparse and nearly barren except for a large stone work table. The barrenness of the courtyard seems to Beloved to be set in sharp contrast to the luxuriant gardens and the warmth of the Master Potter's house. Carefully laying her broken clay vessel on the table, Master Potter touches the shattered pieces of her life. With great tenderness, he explains, Beloved, it breaks my heart how terribly damaged you become. That was never my intent for you, but sin extracts a high price. Boy, is that ever true. The seriousness of his voice quiets her. Instinctively, Beloved feels the seriousness of the hour and senses that something important is about to happen. Fearing that she may not like it, she says, Lord, I don't understand. What are you trying to tell me? Beloved, do you remember your vision of the beautiful blue and white picture, the one I intend to make of you? Yes, Lord, but I'm so damaged with these huge cracks running down my side. I can't even hold water, and my handle is nearly broken off. And look at my lip. It's chipped, and my words just dribble onto my shoes. How will I ever become what I saw in that vision? You'll have to practically start all over and completely remake me. Bingo. You'll have to practically start over and completely remake me. That can be said of every one of us. Master Potter's eyes look deeply into hers, and large tears well up. Slowly, sadly, he tells her, You're right, I do have to start over. To fulfill the marvelous destiny I have for your life, I must crush you into fine dust. But I promise I'll not lose even one particle of you. Each particle, like the hairs on your head, is numbered by me. I will take you to my wheel, and from your dust make you into that lovely picture. Please, Lord, no. I don't want to be crushed. I don't want to hurt anymore. This process is a necessary part of making you into that beautiful vessel. But you will have to trust me, beloved. The only crushing you've ever known has been abusive and painful. It was intended by the enemy to destroy you. My crushing is deeply rooted in my redemptive love to heal you. So the enemy seeks to destroy us, but God's redemptive love is to heal us. It will hurt for a moment, but the freedom and joy it brings will last through eternity. Lying broken on the potter's table, she glances around and notices a large object with an inscription on its side. At first, she can't quite make it out, but as she moves it closer, she sees that it is a stone etched with the words, Unrelenting Love. A cold shiver runs up her back. Shuddering, she asked, Lord, what are you going to do to me? I thought my pain and suffering were over when you took me out of the potter's field. Tenderly, he tells her, I'm going to take unrelenting love and crush you into fine dust so I can remove all the brokenness and filth you picked up throughout your life. I know this is frightening to you, but it is necessary to truly set you free. I must break off the sins of the past that hold you in bondage. No, Lord, she pleads. Please don't. I don't think I can take one more thing. You'll be in my hands the whole time, beloved. Even in the painful moments, I'll be with you. I will never leave you or forsake you. Remember that I won't allow a single moment of suffering or discomfort beyond what is necessary. If you're willing to let me crush you, I will add my living water and make you soft and pliable for my potter's wheel. Will she allow the master potter to mold her and shape her? Lord, help me. Desperately wanting to be free of her past, she cries out, Lord, help me. I want to be willing to surrender to you even though I don't understand. I want to follow you with all my heart. Help me, Lord. The moment the prayer leaves her lips, the penetrating wind of fire of the Holy Spirit swirls around her, enveloping her broken vessel. After a few moments, a supernatural empowerment and enabling grace rises up in her spirit. It gives her the power to embrace and endure pain at the loving hands of the master potter. Beloved closes her eyes, clenches her fist, inhales deeply, and blurts out, Yes, Lord, I'm willing. Carefully raising unrelenting love several inches above her, Master Potter strategically brings it down with just enough pressure that the first light tap forms a new crack down her side. She falls into several large pieces. The breaking exposes the guilt and burning shame of her past as haunting memories sweep over her. Retching rises up in her throat as overwhelming feelings of defilement and sexual abuse bring back the horrible sense of unworthiness. It is a time when her dignity and femininity were stripped away, and their memories torment her. With heart-wrenching sobs, Beloved cries out, Lord, I'm so dirty and used up. I hate myself. There's no hope for me. I've ruined my life. No one decent would ever want me now, especially after what Antagonist did to me. Okay, we're going to stop there. And next, when we come back on Monday, he's going to talk to her about you must forgive. Removing the shackles of shame and Madame False destiny. He's going to help her work through all this poison that has enveloped her life over a lifetime of bad decisions. Sounds really good, doesn't it? Oh, yes. So relatable. So relatable. All right. I'm still working on my little stitch guide here. I put this on. I'm just crocheting with it on now so I can judge how it's got a little bit, maybe about 5 more rows to do, and he'll be done. But, yeah, he's coming along. I don't know if I told you before, there's these little comfort dolls. They're about, that big maybe. And they are the cutest little things. And it's done all in one piece by changing colors for the hat, the shirt, the pants, the feet. And I asked the woman that Koala Knits and Knacks, I think is the name of her channel, Shelly. She comes up with amazing patterns for these knitting machine and teaches you everything about them. It's really great. And I asked her if she could come up with that pattern, making it on our machine. I could hand knit them. There's not much to them. But she said she's going to work on it, and it shouldn't be too hard. Other people have done it. And like I told you before, I'm not the best hand sewer, but I'm learning the mattress stitch and how to do some of the little faces and stuff. So that's going to be a little challenge for me. It's so relaxing to do, and as I told you before, we all have to find that happy place sometimes, just to get away from all the stress and the noise of the world that's going on today. And just, whether it's reading, a hobby, you know, whatever it is for you, going out shopping, walking a mall, walking outside, whatever you need to do to keep your mental health, you need to do that. All right, everyone, you have a blessed day in the Lord. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Our weekend is going to be a little bit low-keyed. I haven't decided yet. I may or may not go over and volunteer a few hours in the morning. Kind of depends on how I feel in the morning, whether or not I go or not. I might just decide to stay home and play with my knitting machines tomorrow. That sounds nice, just to have some warm tea off and on all day and play with my dog. And I think that sounds like it would be kind of a neat thing to do. All right. Oh, I want to show you this real quick. At the thrift store today, I got a really cute little Kong toy for Sam. But I bought this little scarecrow. Let me see if I can get it in. Isn't that cute? And I had Ron put it in his cactus plant. And you can see this cactus plant is just taking off like crazy. Ron takes such great care of it. And it really has grown a lot since we got it. See if I can turn it here. See all those? And all those little things here are new growths. And it just keeps growing and growing and growing. So I thought, you know, for a couple bucks, I got the little scarecrow to go in there. And I think he looks pretty cute. And I got Sam, like I said, I got him a toy, and I got another glass jar. I should have had it here to show you. I'm going to fill it up with some kind of candy or something, maybe for a Christmas gift. I haven't decided yet, but one of the nice things about working there, I can kind of see things as they come in and get first dibs on them. A lot of times my daughter will buy it for me at half off, which is really, really nice of her. And gotta save money anytime we can today, right? All right, you take care. God bless, and I will see you back on Monday.